Hollywood superstar Seth Rogen has actually or finally come out to shade his critics who have been bombarding him to actually deliver a child. Yes, now the actor and comedian, upon getting so much criticisms, on the internet as a movie star, has actually finally come out to and shade his critics to say that you mind their business. Now, in a very viral video cited on the internet, Rogan is actually explaining himself as to why he's chosen to remain, without a child, but together with his spouse Lorraine. Let's actually take a look at the video and come back.
You referenced earlier you don't have any kids.
I do not. That has helped me succeed as well. Definitely.
Really?
Oh, yeah. There's a whole huge thing I'm not doing, which is raising children.
Would it, people, obviously, someone will be listening.
Yes, so this is the comment or the statement coming from Hollywood superstar, Rogan, who is actually telling critics that, well, it is his choice. And his spouse, actually, Lorraine, is also not bothered about it. Now, the couple who actually tied the knot somewhere in 2011 has suffered so many controversies when it has to do with childbirth. Now, it turns out that upon this, comment from him, people are actually saying that, well, just come out and tell us the truth. Maybe you just cannot conceive. Don't actually throw it under the carpet and say you are not ready yet. Well, it's not coming from me. These are some of the, the comments coming from the street. Now, apparently, it turns out that he and, his wife, Lorraine, are not bothered. Even after their 2011 marriage, looks like the couple are getting so much, criticisms from fans and movie watchers. Now, others are also saying that the couple should be left alone to actually mind their business. Recall somewhere in 2012 that the couple was actually in the news after some actress actually came alleging that the actor, is impotent. Yes, and it became a very controversial statement, and it turned the internet ablaze. But he chose not to actually, uh, you know, uh, comment on that particular statement or video that actually was trending saying that he was impotent and all of that. Now, this also comes at the back of claims, like I said, that he's impotent. And so finally he came out to say it's a decision he and, his wife Lorraine made. And so people should actually mind their business. And when the right time comes, he's actually going to conceive with his spouse Lorraine. Now, he also moves on to say that even without a child has actually helped him a lot because he can go wherever he wants to go. He can do whatever he wants to do. He can have fun. Or, he has his freedom together with his wife. And so for now, he's just 40 and wants to live without a child. I mean, he's not bothered. He didn't also say whether or not he loves children, but he says that, well, fine, he's just not ready now, and his wife, understands him, and so there's no way he's going to be, pressured to have a child at this particular time. Now, he also stated that even without a child has helped him in his career because he's seen it all in the industry and he's traveled a lot. He's done so much for himself, garnered a whole lot of, money, especially when it has to do with Hollywood, and some roles, which even if he were to be a father, would have actually prevented him from doing so. It looks like those of you who like to poke your nose in things that does not concern you, especially when couple, tied a knot and you're always on the tip clock trying so hard to calculate their, times they're going to actually conceive and deliver. Well, who cares? I mean, it's their private issue, and so there's no way anyone should feel bothered about, whether or not why they're not expecting a child. Now, this particular video by Seth Rogen has actually gone viral, like I said, and people are sharing their sentiment about it. For me, should I even give my opinion? No, I don't have to give my opinion. But let us know what you think about it. You think it's even fine in the first place as a couple to decide not to have a child? Isn't it so, disturbing? Of course, we get married, we have to procreate, we have to, leave an inheritance for our kids and all of that. Because if we die now, someone certainly would have to take or be in charge of the properties or other, things we've actually acquired. And so to make a decision to say that you're not interested in getting a child at this moment, some people are saying that it's very disturbing. And maybe there's more to it than just deciding not to. Give birth at this moment. Let us know. I mean, Seth Rogen, if it's true that really you are impotent and you're just trying to. I'm not the one saying it. I mean, it was alleged in 2012, even after your marriage, that you were impotent and so you just can't give birth. Now, you also coming out to say that all too early to the fact that you're just not ready. I mean, 2011, 2012, we're in 2013, sorry, 2023, quite a very vast, like more than 7 or 8 years now, and you were still not ready to have a child. Now, this is just one side story from Seth Rogen, who is saying that he, together with his wife, are just not ready to have a child. We haven't heard from his wife, and so we can also conclude that they both have actually agreed to this decision. Now, I mean, if the wife also comes out to say that it is true that she has also agreed that the two of them are not ready to have a child, now, hooray, fine. Then we debunk the claims that people have been saying that he's impotent. But if it turns out that his wife also, in one way, I mean, we're going to actually pay attention to this particular story. We're not trying to poke our nose into their marital affairs. However, since he came out publicly to say that he's not ready, people are saying that there is more to this particular statement he made. And to trust Daily Trends that we're actually going to fish out any, intricate part of this particular story. And to trust us that we're going to bring you the stories as you guys would want to hear it. So yes, Seth Rogen, they're saying all haters or critics saying that he's impotent and he's not ready, he's not being able to conceive or perform to give birth to a child. He says he's not ready. Like I said, we're actually going to keep our eyes on this particular story because it is a very interesting. I mean, Seth Rogen is a very popular figure. He's a comedian as well, and so maybe, who knows, he may be, or he may have been joking about this whole "I am not serious, I'm not ready, I'm not serious, I'm not ready" to get a child right now. But like I said, we are actually going to keep our eyes glued to this particular life, pertaining to this very interesting couple. Like I said, the couple tied the knot in 2011. They seem to be a very lovely couple, though. Yes, very lovely couple who tied the knot in 2011. Like I was saying, Seth Rogen is in Hollywood movie star, a comedian as well, very prolific actor who starred in so many movies and has done so much for himself. Yes, and so he's loved by many. However, looks like one thing that is making people very worried is the reason, it's the childbirth matter. Now, the other school of thought is, why would anyone feel so, itchy to have a child or not to have a child? Well, let's leave that question for the girls. This is Daily Trust, and trust us that will keep our eyes glued to this particular story. I'm Eric Mello, and thanks for joining us.